Hello, my name is Bree, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Breezy Banter, the place where I talk about the things I want to talk about. In today's video, I'm doing a continuation of a series that I have here on my channel, where I talk about a particular perfume house, indie perfume house, and my experience with it. So over the course of this video, I'm going to tell you the particular perfumes that I tried from a house, the rating that I gave it out of 10, whether or not I want to full size it, the notes as described by the house itself, and then my notes as I wore that perfume. And today's video is going to be focusing on Black Hearted Tart. When I do these videos, one of the things that I like to be upfront about is my preferences as it pertains to perfume. So in terms of notes that I like, I often describe my preferences as leaning towards like sweet gourmands. So that includes notes such as vanilla, sugar, cotton candy, and lime. In terms of notes that I think are just okay, this includes most fruits, most florals, and musk. And then in terms of notes that I dislike, this often includes rose, pumpkin, incense, wood, or anything that we broadly consider to be more masculine leaning. So with that in mind, let's get started with the perfumes that I tried. So the first scent that I tried is called, or the first one listed here, which is alphabetical, is absolutely Cuckoo. I rated it 3 out of 10, and so I do not want to full size it. The notes are refreshing coconut, water poured over fresh peaches and topped with orange zest. A splash of vanilla adds creaminess and a light gourmand touch. I said that this smells like burnt peaches to me. Next is the scent Brighter Than Sunshine, which I rated 7 out of 10, and I do not want to full size it. The notes are opens with a scent of mouth-watering lemon bars with enticing notes of gooey lemon curd, buttery shortbread crust, and sprinkles of powdered sugar. Orange blossoms blended with mandarin and wild honey add a soft floral element. Sun-brewed sweet tea accord adds a refreshing spritz of herbaceous freshness to the sunshiny blend. Sweet amber and golden vanilla create the base. I said that this smells like elevated laundry detergent in the best way possible. I don't get much amber or vanilla, but I do get the lemon, orange, shortbread, and tea. Next is the scent Cloud on My Tongue, which I rated 3 out of 10, and I do not want to full size this. The notes are cotton candy, sugar sprinkles, strawberries, and raspberries are present in the top notes. As it warms on the skin, the sweetness is toned down a bit with peony, and it dries down to a soft floral with a base of pink musk. Cloud on My Tongue is a fun and flirty fragrance. I said that I really expected to like this, but I don't get cotton candy at all from the scent or any sugar notes. I mostly just get rosy musk. Next is the scent Cotton Candy Skies, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I do not want to full size. The notes are sweet and innocent, airy cotton candy, single note. I said this scent is exactly as one would expect. It is slightly less sweet than I would have hoped, but it's nice for what it is. I found it didn't have the longevity that I wanted. Next is Dance on the Moon, which I rated 5 out of 10, and I do not want to full size it. The notes are creamy magnolia flowers with a spritz of lemon and a sprinkle of jasmine petals. Notes of shea and cocoa butter blended with coconut cream and pistachio milk. Cashmere, sandalwood, cedar, and tonka bean create a soft, comforting base. I said at first I was really pleasantly surprised. I was getting mostly floral notes with some wood and sweetness. It quickly became primarily florals, but had a slightly sharp tinge to it. Next is Flowers of Neptune, which I rated 9 out of 10, and I do want to full size. The notes are an out-of-this-world floral gourmand fragrance, comprised of creamy notes of steamed milk, white chocolate swirls, warm honey, and a kiss of buttery maple syrup. The creaminess subsides to sweetness with almond macaroons, cherry blossoms, and magnolia. A prominent note of white poppies stays on skin with a supporting foundation of sandalwood and black vanilla. I said this scent is so interesting. It's definitely a gourmand floral. I get vanilla, white chocolate, and slight honey notes mixed with florals, but these florals don't lean rose at all. It's a fun scent. Next is Heart of Gold, which I rated 7 out of 10, and I do not want to full size it. The notes are fresh honeysuckle blended with crisp daffodil and its sweet green nuances. Caramelized sugar heightens the natural vanillic aspects of the floral notes, creating a buttery floral gourmand. I said that I initially got rose from this, but reading the notes, honeysuckle makes a lot more sense, or at least honeysuckle plus flower notes. There's a sweetness and a richness to it, but unfortunately there's just too much floralness to it. Next is La Dolly Vita, which I rated 5 out of 10, and I do not want to full size it. The notes are an ethereal song that invokes femininity and innocence. Inspired by the lyrics, we wanted to create a decadent floral gourmand. We started by using the softest, most gentle of all rose scents, damask rose. We then sprinkled those pink petals into a bowl of creamy marshmallow milk and swirled it with dulce de leche. A truly irresistible scent that makes you smell absolutely delicious. I said the notes make sense. I basically thought this smelled like flowers and musk with a slight sweetness to it, like rose petals in a milky, sugary bath. Next is Lay All Your Love on Me, which I also rated 5 out of 10, and I do not want to full size it. The notes are sinful red velvet cake with subtle notes of cocoa powder, warm spices, and cream cheese frosting. Sticky, fruity, rosy preserves comprised of sweet and tart red fruits, pomegranate, strawberry, and red currant. Luscious black amber with notes of labdanum, patchouli, and benzoin. I said that I don't get most of the listed notes from this. I mostly get a semi-fruity, lightly vanilla scent with some lemon freshness to it. Next is the scent Levitate Me, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I might want to full size. The notes are an uplifting scent that will have you floating on air. Aromatic lavender macarons filled with sunshiny lemon curd, fluffy mounds of toasted meringue, lotus and apple blossom add an airy floral element. Cotton candy clouds made with pink strawberries and pink spun sugar. I said this scent is interesting. It's nice to smell a lemon scent that doesn't read as cleaner. I generally get sweet lemon mixed with some sugar and florals. The longevity of the scent seemed to be on the lower end of things. Next is the scent Paris is Burning, which I rated 7 out of 10, and I do not want to full size it. The notes are creme brulee accord comprised of creamy vanilla bean custard with a caramelized sugar top, a sweet milky vanilla musk fragrance. I said this scent was nice, but it was very, very mild. Whatever I could smell was absolutely delightful, but it was just way too weak. And I'll note that I think Paris is Burning is one of their more like popular common scents. I'm pretty sure when I ordered it, it had like just come back in stock or something because it's routinely out of stock. Next is the scent Primadonna, which I rated 9 out of 10, and I do want to full size it. The notes are vanilla perfection, yummy white cupcake with buttercream frosting on a base of sensual musk. I said, I literally went when I smelled it. I get cozy, warm vanilla, musk, and something that gives it an almost clean note to the entire mix. It's delightful. Next is Punk Love, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I might want to full size. The notes are warm golden amber blended with sandalwood and light musk. A splash of vanilla sweetens the prominent tonka bean base. I said, I'm amused because this is the least punk scent possibly ever. It's very sweet and cozy. It's very much musky vanilla with the slightest citric note to it. I originally thought it was lemon, but now I'm not sure. It's very much a comfort scent. Next is Sleeps with Butterflies, which I rated 7 out of 10, and I do not want to full size it. The notes are a deliciously scented gourmand fragrance with prominent honey and vanilla notes. A light touch of lily of the valley, orange blossoms, and sweet violet create a sheer background of soft florals. Yummy yellow cake is soaked in coconut cream, drenched in warm honey, and sprinkled with candied lavender. A comforting blend that evokes the feeling of napping in the sun with a full belly of decadent spring treats. I said this scent is nice but light. I got honey from it, immediately followed by vanilla and floral notes, and lastly some musk. If it was stronger, I think I would full size it. Next is Slow Like Honey, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I do want to full size it. The notes are a warm and woodsy gourmand fragrance, raw honey aged in bourbon-soaked barrels, wafts of tobacco pipe smoke, resinous oud and spiced sandalwood, the tiniest bit of bergamot and lemon, golden amber and sweet vanilla tonka bean base. I said this scent is exactly as described. I was concerned it might come across as too one-noted for me and end up being similar to Firebird's Nectar, but instead I got this super warm, woodsy, smoky honey scent. It leans androgynous and could possibly even be called masculine, though I could also see people calling it feminine, so let's just say it's full spectrum in its appeal. I said both times that I wore the sample, I was complimented by different people. And when I mentioned Firebird Nectar, that's another indie perfume house that I have reviewed here on my channel. Honey is one of those notes, I don't think I mentioned at the beginning, but it's one of the ones that it can be hit or miss. I tend to not like it, or at the very least, I tend to not like it when that's the main thing that's sweetening a fragrance. That said, like I clearly like this perfume, and I also enjoyed Firebird's Nectar perfume as well. Next is Spirit Street, which I rated 7 out of 10, and I do not want to full size it. The notes are top notes of zesty lemon and sparkling lime inspire instant happiness. As the citrus notes slowly mellow, jasmine and ylang ylang begin to shine through, complementing the sharper fruit notes. A base of tonka bean and sandalwood add depth and warmth to this beguiling fragrance. I said this scent is very clean and moderately citrusy. They are accurate in describing this scent as being similar to walking into a Lush store. Next is Starry Eyes, which I rated 9 out of 10, and I do want to full size it. The notes are golden vanilla and light woods, create a luxurious cashmere throw accord. Sweet lavender wafts softly from a candle on the nightstand. A hot mug of steamed milk with a dash of nutmeg finish the soothing scent profile. I said this scent is sweet, cozy, and soft. Although it has lavender, I can't smell it, but I get the vibes from it, which is generally like a very comforting, earthy, but calming scent. Next is Steal My Sunshine, which I rated 7 out of 10, and I do not want to full size. The notes are bright yuzu forward fragrance with supporting citrus notes of sugared lime slices, lemon drop candies, and orange creamsicles. Verbena and lily add a sheer floral breeze, laid on a foundation of vanilla and golden amber. I said that this is a very fun and bright scent. It's very citrusy without smelling like a cleaning product. It smells like summertime and a Lush store at the same time. Next is Strawberry Cream Puff, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I do not want to full size. The notes are juicy, ripe summer strawberries are drizzled with simple syrup and topped with dollops of sweet cream atop of vanilla puff pastry. We added tonka bean to the base to keep it from being too innocent, because we all know they were not singing about dessert. I said I'm conflicted on this one. The top notes are definitely very sugar-drenched strawberries, and the base is warm tonka / vanilla. If the base notes were more apparent, I think I'd be way more into it, but it's very sweet, and I'm kind of iffy on the strawberries. Next is Sweet Avenue, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I might want to full size. The notes are pink, sugar, and cherry blossoms create a cotton candy floss accord. Fizzy strawberry and blue raspberry smell like Red Pop Rocks candy. Bubbly citrus notes of tangerine and mandarin evoke orange soda nostalgia. Candy conversation hearts of tart apple and sugar crystals along with vanilla musk create the base. I said this scent is very sweet and very feminine. It didn't last as long or have as much throw as I generally want, but it's still a very nice scent overall. Next is Sweet Lady Queen, which I rated 7 out of 10, and I do not want full size. The notes are a fruity sweet scent with a warm vanilla base. The delicious blend is scented with sugared fruit slices. I'm not sure why I can't talk, I'm sorry. Pink bubblegum, cotton candy fluff, juicy melon, lemon drop candy, and Madagascar vanilla. So Black-Hearted Tart says that this is their version of Lush's Candy Fluff, and yep, it sure is. It's sweet and fruity and is, in my opinion, a dupe. So I've tried Lush's Candy Fluff, I quite enjoy it, and this smells like exactly like it. Next is Temptation, which I rated 6 out of 10, and I do not want to full size. The notes are a menage a trois of decadence, chocolate with notes of both milk and dark varieties. Caramel with honeyed nuances, toffee with rich buttery goodness. It smells amazing in bath and body products and also makes a wonderful layering note. I said that this smells like rich chocolate with some caramel mixed in. Overall, it's certainly not bad and can generally be described as gourmand and chocolatey. Next is The Teaches of Peaches, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I do not want to full size. The notes are opens with the aroma of plush roadside peaches warmed by the sun, followed by the creamy scent of flan, a sweet egg custard drenched in caramel sauce. Tarragon and tobacco leaves add an herbaceous and smoky earthiness. A warm base of vanilla with a bit of patchouli help round out the fragrance. I said this scent is lovely, smelled at a distance when the peach really has a chance to shine through, and it comes across quite sweet. Up close, the patchouli and tobacco become much more apparent, though not in a way I really like. Ultimately, it's nice because most people aren't sticking my arm all up in their nose, but still. Next is Violently Happy, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I do want to full size this. Their notes are ozonic notes of petrichor, skin washed clean by rainfall, sheer citrus notes, and vanilla bean inspire thoughts of sunshine. Jasmine tea and tonka bean add a comforting vibe. I said this scent is a strange one. I originally didn't think I would like it based on the smell in the sample vial. However, once it had a chance to mellow on my skin, it became this fresh and yet warm scent. It's a good vibe. And lastly is the scent Wanderlust, which I rated 8 out of 10, and I do not want to full size. The notes are warm patchouli is sweetened with sugary notes of caramel, honey, and vanilla. Essential oils of orange and vetiver brighten. Tobacco leaves add an earthy herbal element. I said this scent reminds me of Lush scent, though I can't quite tell which one, perhaps Karma, which might be true because I know Karma has patchouli in it, so that might be where that connection's coming from. I said it's very herbally and sweet, but it reminds me too much of shampoo. So those were all the perfumes that I've tried from Black Hearted Tart. I will mention that they do have other things beyond just perfumes available. I know that they have wax melts, and I actually recommended Black Hearted Tart to a friend who ended up buying a wax melt, and I know when they used it, they quite enjoyed it. And they also have a lot of bath products. So when you place an order with Black Hearted Tart, you're allowed to request a sample of something. And I think I had requested a bath product sample, and they said like they don't really do that. So I wasn't able to try it. At some point in the future, I will be able to, but everything I've heard has been like quite positive on that front. I'll also mention that Black Hearted Tart has a lot of Lush dupes. So you heard me mention like Karma and Candy Fluff, and I think maybe one or two others. They have like a section explicitly on their website for dupes of Lush products. I haven't tried them all, but at least the ones that I have tried, it's either like, yeah, this is a one-for-one dupe, or it's very, very similar. When I ordered from Black Hearted Tart, I didn't have any customer service issues. I had ordered on November 22nd and it shipped December 14th. Their stated turnaround time today is 20 business days. However, I must have ordered, it must have been like a Black Friday situation, and I expect that the 20 business days was actually higher, though they did ship within 20 business days, even if we use the turnaround time stated today. So I didn't have any issues or concerns on that front. And everything that I've heard from the Indie Makeup and More subreddit indicates that they are just very reputable. They ship within stated turnaround times, like all good things. In terms of who I think this store would be good for are those who are perhaps looking for an alternative to specific Lush scents. Additionally, if you want scented bath products, I think they're a great option as well. As I said, like I haven't tried them myself, but I really want to, and like they have beautiful scents to pick from. So I think it's promising on that front. I feel like it's like kind of hard to mess up like bath salts, you know? In terms of like the scents themselves, I think if you enjoy, I feel like when I was like reading the scent notes, almost all of them are like floral gourmands, or flormons, I think they're called. So if you tend to lean more into that, then I think this would be like a great option for you. It seems like in terms of gourmand scents, generally speaking, like they seem to have like a lot of citric notes, a lot of lime, a lot of lemon, a lot of orange. I'm pretty sure I read a few that had mandarin, and then their florals like cover the spectrum: jasmine, iris, rose, etc. And they're often in scents together. So I think if you tend to lean like more, I suppose like more traditionally like feminine with floral gourmands, then I think like their catalog would be open season for you, more or less. So I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about today. If you've tried anything from Black Hearted Tart that I didn't mention, please let me know, particularly if you think it's something I should try, because as I've said before, like I'm always looking for new perfumes to try from indie houses that I've previously enjoyed. Before you go, if you'd consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel, that would be deeply appreciated. Before I go, I'd like to take a minute to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend watching this video. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. Bye.